Sit, sit. Say hello. Say hello. My beautiful boy. And you come in and you do the readings with me, don't you? He loves doing the readings. And it's not the same when he's preoccupied somewhere else, is it? You're going to say hello? Say hello to everybody. Yes? Say hello. Big hello. That's the way. You stay there. You can sit with me while we do our readings. Yeah. Oh, he's a gorgeous boy. He's great company. He's got something to say. Have you got something to say? Welcome.
Hello, Libra. Welcome. Your May Zodiac Wheel reading for you, Libra. And I will invite the angels and Great Spirit and my guides to join me and share any of the messages that they have for Libra for May 2020. I give thanks for those messages for Libra's highest good and for the good of all concerned. Thank you. Okay, so here we are, Libra. This is letting you know that there's some sort of sacrifice that has to be made here, and you've got to sort of willingly give something up or let go. It might be a bad habit, or it might be an attitude that needs to be changed. It is influencing your first house, so that is the area of your appearance, your persona, the enlightened self, and this is about enlightenment from the hangman situation, where you can contemplate and a time of waiting and being patient. You can get enlightenment out of that. So that energy is what is really being shown here for you, and making some sort of willing sacrifice, giving something up. Coming from a place of wisdom, with that second house being influenced by the Hermit, having to really, follow your guiding light. Trust your instincts also. Okay. Now, the full moon is also being illuminated here in that second house area of your self-worth and how you earn your money, your resources, your resourcefulness. And the full moon is in Scorpio, so there's going to be some intense feelings about your money and your possessions. If you've got to sacrifice something, you may find yourself feeling those emotions of jealousy about other people's good fortune. Okay? So just try to, when you're not finding joy in what's happening in your own circumstances, it often can lift you out of that feeling of being bogged down or held up or held back by finding the joy in other people's circumstances, okay? So see what comes through there for you with that. But the full moon is about the deeper things in life and avoiding unnecessary conflict, and also wanting you to tune into that wise soul within, because you are a very wise soul, Libra. And when or if things get a bit out of balance, it sort of really knocks Librans around, because there's Libra energy is that pure intent to create, beautiful, harmonious balance and equal opportunities. So if you've got to sacrifice some of that, then you find yourself digging deep to try and bring yourself back to balance. But this is a time here with that moon in Scorpio that you can use your imagination, turning to some sort of artistic expression or vision. There's an arty kind of side of you, Librans, that some of you may be able to express that, and others it may not have even dawned on you that you're artistic. And then you have here in the area of communication, the Chariot. Now, that means that there is some good news coming through. It's not all about sacrificing everything and having to, really re-evaluate. This is letting you know that it's not all bad news. There is triumph and success. There's a little bit of a journey too, so some of you may be getting that freedom to be able to go out into the world and go on that journey. It's not a long distance, because this is more about I often feel that the Chariot is connected to road travel, so it may still be in your local area, but there is. And I do feel it'll be overnight, so wherever you go, you're going to really enjoy being out in nature, and you'll be staying there overnight. So there's a bit of excitement about that, and it's also a good sign for those of you that have anything to do with your mode of transport. This is showing that there's success with that. There's success with siblings, good news, and having another look at your direction. What direction do you want to go in your life, or what direction do you want to take your communication down as well? Here in your home and the base of your matter, you're a bit bored with that. There's some things there that aren't working out the way you would have preferred, and the Four of Cups is one where you're not looking at what's being offered. You're not seeing any satisfaction in that. You are being offered options here, but you're not seeing how that is going to get you what you want to do with home and family, which, if the base for you Librans isn't the way that you want it, that sort of makes it hard for you to forge out into the world. You sort of feel balked or blocked because things aren't right at home, or something's wrong in the family, and so you're looking in one direction for the answers, but the answers are right underneath your nose, this card reveals. And it's this area is one where you've got Jupiter transit and the Pluto transit, and Jupiter is going retrograde on May the 14th. So see what comes of that around the May the 14th. There's something that needs to be gone back over and looked into and expanded on. And it could be that this issue that you've got to do with the home or family is connected to remodeling. Could be your home, or expanding on your home, or remodeling on your home. But there may be larger issues that get presented to you with this retrograde. So there's a need there for you to go through paperwork methodically, even if it's to do with your filing or keeping your files in order, and diligently perform that in the best way to avoid any messy predicaments. Okay, so that's the message for the Jupiter retrograde in the home. Now the retrograde is, as I said, starts on the May the 14th, and it goes direct again and starts moving forward September the 13th. So between now and September you can get all these things into order, and that will bring about the new positive phase of your life. Once you've retraced, redone, reassessed, you will expand. Alright? And the expansion may be that you change your lifestyle. You change, could even lead you to wanting to change your abode, change your home and move. But at the moment you've got to go back over everything, retrace everything, redo, reassess, and then you will expand. And the expansion will start to come after the September 13th. Okay, so pivotal time here through May for you, Libra. Now in the 5th house you've got tying up loose ends and also enjoying outdoor activities. So getting out and about a little bit more, enjoying nature is being shown here in the house of fun. So Saturn is retrograde there in the 5th house in Aquarius, and Saturn goes retrograde on May the 10th, and that stays retrograde until September the 9th. So from May the 10th, the activation of Saturn here in this 5th house in Aquarius is activating your romance and sex life, the fun, where you find your joy. And it'll be activating that over the next couple of years, but it's starting here to go back over all of that with the retrograde in May on the 10th. So this is urging you to find out what and who can bring you genuine, worthwhile pleasure. Okay, so that's digging deep to figure out that, isn't it? Yeah. So Saturn's there to help you work on that. Partying in the way that you used to doesn't seem fun anymore. Gambling's only going to get you into trouble with this Saturn retrograde, so avoid gambling. Your challenge is to get to know yourself, discover your passion and that creative flair. I got before with this hermit, I could hear the artistic side. So there's some sort of creativity that really wants to come out in you, Librans. And I don't feel, maybe some of you already know about it, but haven't taken the time to do that for quite a while. You've gotten so sidetracked with other parts of your life. So this retrograde is bringing that back out in you and helping you find a way to have fun in a new, improved way, because it wants you to move beyond superficial pleasures so that you can have the love for yourself and for others, as well as for life in general. And by doing these sort of, I suppose you could call it inner research, Saturn will reward you, and the reward will be lasting. Okay, so some of that's going to be really being presented to you here through May. Now, here in the area of work and health and well-being, you've got the High Priestess. So there's a wealth of knowledge there that can be used and utilised, and you can look after your own well-being as well as others with that wealth of knowledge. So that's beautiful. The High Priestess is exactly that. She's the priestess. She leads the congregation. She is a one that has a complete faith in herself, her knowledge. Well, knowledge is power. So the more knowledge you acquire, the more powerful you become. You know, yeah, that kind of thing. So I do feel that there is some of your psychic abilities also being enhanced here, because a lot of the frequencies we're working under these days are enhancing our sixth sense. So this is a message to trust that and hold on to that as well. Okay. And here we have the Five of Wands in the relationship area. Which is, it is competitiveness. There's a bit of competition going on with your partnerships, whether they're business or personal, but it's good-hearted competition, and you're every bit good enough. So if there's a business opportunity opening up that you'll want to look into, this is letting you know that you know, you can. Yes, you can, and you're every bit good enough. It just takes you to recognise that. It's also the relationship between your soul and your personality. So it's also about the relationship within yourself too. Are you being your own best friend? Now here in the 8th house, you've got the Tower. Now this is interesting because the Tower is a very, you know, morbid looking card really. It looks worse than what it is. But the Tower is, to me, about, it's sort of like a Uranus energy really, because if there's changes in your life that you've got to make and you're not making them, then the tower comes along and brings sudden change out of the blue. Lightning bolt, boom, out of the blue. And what appears to be a catastrophe actually turns into rerouting and regenerating a new, more solid foundation of which to work from. Now, this is what I feel happened here with our present predicament that the world's in with the coronavirus. There was a need for the world at large to change, to, you know, cut carbon emissions and slow things down and, you know, stuff like that. And the world wasn't doing anything to change it and to fix the problem. So something else came along to fix it and sent everybody into lockdown. And how wonderful it is that the world has regenerated and our planet is looking in pristine health now, and it's only been a few months for it to regenerate. And now we will go back out into the world once this lockdown is finished, and you know, what are we going to do with that? So this is the same message. The tower message is one: if you need to make changes and you don't make them yourself, and you stubbornly persist against all odds kind of thing, then something will come along to change it for you, to let you know that you really need to change that. You know, there's a part of your life that is no longer necessary, so that your new life can unfold, so that you're probably wanting a particular thing to be happening in your life, but you're holding on to something that's blocking it from happening. So you're putting out there and visualizing to manifest this certain lifestyle change that you're wanting to go into, but you won't let go of something that is actually holding you back from having that lifestyle change. So something comes along to make you let go of it, so that you can have that lifestyle change. That kind of energy is what is being shown there with that tower. So now you also have the new moon in Gemini in the 9th house here on the 23rd of May. Now that will be showing you the opportunity of how to release your self-talk and put your new intention forward for the month ahead. And the new intention, you've got the Fool representing that there in that 9th house. Now that's really nice. The Fool is new adventures, new beginnings, fresh opportunities opening up, and the Fool is the child of the zodiac, of the tarot, sorry. It's a bit like Aries, it's the child of the zodiac, and so there's a little bit of innocence involved in that, and therefore you can get really excited very easy about any new opportunities that are opening up in the area of foreign cultures, long distance travel and higher education. Even your own philosophies really changing and growing. Okay? So you're gonna come out of this with a lot of imagination, intuitive thinking, and a bit of a new vision for this lifestyle that you're seeking. Yeah. Now, Venus is retrograde here on 13th of May in Gemini. So with that retrograde influence in your 9th house, it's relating to your belief systems. And you will be struggling a little bit with that sort of belief systems and your philosophy and that kind of thing. With Venus in retrograde, not a great time for travel. Better off to wait till it comes out of retrograde, which will be after June 15th. So for those of you looking towards when can I, get back to doing what I love or traveling or that kind of more normality, it's showing me that we may well be looking at the June or after the 15th of June for many places. Okay. Now, here in the area of your career and your profession, you're waiting for your ship to come in with this 3 of Wands. So, and it's also a wish being fulfilled because you're wishing on a falling star there. So that something good is coming out of your working life or your career or how you're perceiving you in the professional world. Okay, but you've done a lot of hard work to get there too, so it's not just something where it's falling in your lap, but you do feel more secure in your professional world and probably a bit more content, and you're willing to just wait out and see how it all unfolds. Okay, now you will also possibly be feeling very strong emotions about your public status and be seen as being expressing yourself more emotionally also. Now I'm just going to, with that Tower, I'm just going to ask the Divine Direction cards for what the divine message is for the Tower in Libra's area of joint finances and enterprises, dealing with governments, other people's money. Okay, affirm. Okay, so you need to affirm where you stand on things. Create your own affirmation. Think of words or phrases that inspire you and write them down. So if you are feeling, Libra, that things are really, tumbling down around you, some of the affirmations or affirming that you can do, a simple one is I am safe and all is well. Out of this situation, only good can come to me for my highest good. That is a wonderful one. And it stops the mind from that monkey mind and your thoughts running away with thinking too much, because you're focusing on what you've got to say. okay, and what you're affirming within yourself. Now I'll also just ask what guardian angel is with you, so you can ask them to help you through any difficulties at this time. What is the guardian angel affirmation message for Librans for May? And who is Libra's guardian angels here through May? Thank you, angels. And the angel of determination is letting you know that he's here. Oh, or she, whichever way you look at it, and means business too. And you know, you can feel the angel's wings wrapping around you and holding you in their secure, strong wings. And the number 9 is significant for you, Libra. So your affirmation from the angel of determination is, I have the strength and determination I need within me to achieve my hopes, dreams and goals. And the message is that you have the determination you need to achieve your goals. So I do feel that there's some sort of goal that you've had that you've been possibly even wondering why is it taking so long for this to manifest. There was something standing in the way from allowing it to manifest that you were sort of not willing to let go of, and that has in some way caused you some upset and worry, and yeah, now you need to, you know, be determined to achieve those goals. Now here too, with your hopes and wishes, it's showing that they're a bit dashed with that 10 of Swords. You're in a way not finding the comfort in it that you thought you'd find, or it's making, from where you're viewing it, it's making things in your life not work the way that you want them to. But again, there's something that you've got to let go of. And I do feel it is a big sacrifice for you to let go of it, because you've got the sacrifice there right at the start. So, you know, you sort of wanted to not have to let go of anything and just be able to keep going. But this is letting you know that you can't have one thing without changing another. So it will bring about the end of a difficult situation. Okay? So again, I'll ask for the message from Divine with the divine direction. And what divine direction to go in here for Libra through May. Skills. It's time to learn some new skills, study a course or start a new hobby. Okay. There you go. So now here with the King of Swords Here's a legal situation. So getting some sort of legal advice, maybe. He's also the king of trying to make things happen with sheer will and determination. You know, sometimes you can, but a lot of the time that makes it a lot harder to do. So it's also air sign energy, Gemini, Aquarius, I'm feeling male energy is very strong. Could be a Libran as well. It is something to do with business, because the king often is a business energy, or means business anyway. So, and it's in the area of what's hidden and you know, like what you are maybe obsessing over. There's a message there too of, you know, just check that you're not tending to have compulsive, obsessive thoughts and are letting fear rule you. Because if fear is where your main energy is coming from, you will create more towers happening. So use those affirmations. Think kind thoughts and use affirmations to inspire you. All is well. I am safe. Out of this situation, only good can come to me for my highest good. Louise Hayes. She's got some wonderful affirmations, and that one in particular really, I think, is one of the most wonderful affirmations. And yes, thank you, Louise. Okay, so what confirmation card message from the animal medicine cards? What is the message for Libra? Oh, you've got two. Lovely. And your first one is the Lovers, the flamingo. True and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. Oh, beautiful. For those of you looking for love, this is letting you know that even though Venus retrograde phase isn't the best time to start a relationship, or finish your relationship for that matter, this is also letting you know that the energies are still letting you investigate that if you're single. And if you're in a relationship, you can actually, you know, find yourself falling in love again with your partner. And it's wonderful in a relationship when you keep falling in love over and over again with your partner. Now, this is the Two of Autumn, and it's the Abyssinian cat. You may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all you do. Okay, I think that is pretty much sums it up for you, Libra. So keep going forward, Libra. This is not a situation in which you can't make your presence felt. And just keep your focus on your healthy thoughts and change what you can and accept those things that you can't change. Okay? Alright, so sending many blessings to you, Libra, and much love. Until next time, namaste.